Bear with me a second. Here's our shotgun. There's your medium swing there also. Yeah, don't do anything as of yet. It's too choppy. Shotgunaroo. Came perfectly to resistance for a roll, but you know, it's a little too quick. And our box will show up in just about 40 seconds or so. They didn't really take out what I call our major support there. There's your box. Okay. You can box it in literally just right where it's at. I'm going to go ahead and take a bar close to the upside. Target is 77. Stop's going to literally be just right underneath that swing.
There's a shotgun for you.
Yeah, I just called a trade on it out of the box. You know, wouldn't you know, after a shotgun, it's not going to do anything, as of yet anyway. Now remember, these are not retracement trades at inventory. Still holding our support. Takes that support out, I'll be flipping it. Because it looks like they may want to take it down. We're going to find out here. There's your second box, by the way. Now, usually when they're that close like that, that's really close together. Okay, we did get our short. Nice little short trade. Everybody see that? All right.
I'm in it.
Bank's little coin. So you got a quick little long trade, and you got a quick little short trade. I said to flip it right there at 58.
Anybody see the numbers? What they turn out to be?
I'm not sure, but that was a great trade. Everyone see it? Box trade by inventory. Don't get caught in all this garbage right here. Just get you a nice little trade. And by the way, with a few contracts, that kicks your morning up just quite nicely.
Whoa, draw down to 7.1. That's almost 4 times expected.
Sweet little trade, Charles.
Yeah, that's 40 ticks straight down.
Straight down. See, if you don't get your target, now keep in mind that the way this lightning works to begin with, and you can clearly see it, that, you know, this trade was, the lightning swing was at 58. So that's where you're, you know, if you got long on the first box, this is your first box right here, and you got a quick little scalper, and then you simply had your reverse on object trader. By the way, you're getting another setup. Show you 2 places that it should roll. And just be careful because it's still right at inventory, so you know they can move them around fairly quickly. Russell's doing quite well too, Charles.
Yeah, everything's moving right now, getting a reaction in the equity markets.
We like that.
Russell dropping like a stone.
Yeah, we can go ahead and flip off this chart now. Called the trade, got a really good trade, came right to my line if somebody wanted, you in right there if they missed the first call, and put your stop just above the line. Just be careful with it. Beautiful crude. Bank some coin right down at the bottom. I'm going to take 2 off.
Russell dropping nicely now, taking everything down with it. Got that roll over at 49 again on YM, taking out the bottom, 26, breaking 29. Got a little mid-band box roll on NASI. You're checking the bottom here at 47.
Yeah, we didn't catch that, but if somebody boxed it in, it was a white predictor, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Monster day, huh? Everybody get those trades? Called the trade on oil here, called the trade on oil up here where it took out our little support level. And you got a monster nice trade going. You still got your runner, but I did call it out at the bottom. It did double bottom. So you could be flat on it, or you could be riding a runner. You don't want to be riding multiples now, though. Just one. Beautiful crude. Even held resistance. That's a lower high, by the way. So let's see if we can take out these lows.
Well, I'm coming right down to a bottom here at 09. If you're in multiples, you want to bank some here. NASI getting fresh lows. Looks like oil taking the equity, taking everything down with her, huh?
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put my stop on Russell just above the little swing there, just above stealth. Can we say wowzer?
Yeah, those are beautiful drops.
Everybody get some of that? Not too shabby. Can't ever knock profit, that's for sure.
That's 100 tick down on Roosty.
Oh, I know. It's insane. Everybody see how to trade oil inventory? Don't leave any contracts on during the shotgun. Always be flat. Wait that 1 minute and then get great trades. Not sure what turned this market off, but that Russell is on fire. I'm in average on that one from 1379.50. Still got 2 on.
Yeah, it's just falling off the map now. Dang. No bottom of these equity markets. Look at that. Look at YM break 09. Look at NASI taking out that 47, 48 like it wasn't even there.
Watch oil, we triple bottom now.
Can't take that 17 out, can it?
No, it doesn't really want to. Well, the way these equity markets are dropping, if oil will just do what it's supposed to do here, otherwise we'll get stopped out. I'm not going to let them have all the way up to that previous swing. Got too nice of a trade on Russell. I don't really care on. We called him on. I don't know if it was called on NQ because that happened during oil inventory, but I mean somebody could clearly see. I'll show everybody how to trade it real quick because this is just the way. Basically, you had the magenta midband to begin with, so you had changed trend directions. White predictor, stepping up, stepping up, stepping up, stepping up, There's your lightning swing that would have changed the other direction on right across this line, right through there, and you would have had to wait for that bar to close on that line. You would have gotten that trade. That's when that meter would have changed. And if you're not in them, don't chase them. 100 tick can be a 30 tick in your face pullback.
Definitely.
Well, they wicked our line. They haven't closed above it just yet. Are you going to put your stop above mid-band on crude, or are you going to take it out here with this little double bottom?
No, it's close above the mid-band.
That's just 40. Giving too much back to me. I'm out.
All right.
I mean, you can, obviously, because what I see them do in a case like that is we'll go ahead and put our line right here at 38, 39, and they should hit their head, but there's also a swing right up here at 47. That's where I'd like to get into it again. 47. If they roll over, they roll over. How do you do background to include the lightning 3, Patrick? Just turn off your background. Go to your indicators and turn off your object trader background, remove it, and then just use your lightning 3 as your background. Turn it on to true right here under display, and make sure it's set on about 17 or 18. If it's any more than that, it'll be too bright. That's your background right there. Should hit your head on Russell right there, no higher than right there. Well, it did roll over back in it. You can see where you took out your little line.
Yeah, it stayed well under the mid-band there at 40.
Yeah, I just don't like giving 30 ticks back, on $10. Is lightning swing to me, but you can definitely get back in on the rollover. I did that.
Got Roosty back at the mid-band here. Trying to roll. I was looking for Nazi to get up into that 45 1/4 for a roll up there. It looks like it's going to roll at 43.50.
Yeah. It's easy to do. To me, the mid-band from Phantom is 24 ticks. That's pretty easy on a $5 instrument, but 10, that's $240 per contract. It taketh away. But then you sometimes get a bottom like that. You just hit your target, so protect your coin, right? Ride your runner. Look at YM. Now remember, we talked about in several webinars, don't chase like YM, but did you notice how it came right into like line 2 or even close to stealth and rolled? You can take those. You just got to wait for that little pullback. You'll see that time and time again. Monster happy day. Whopping $600 on TF with 2 contracts. Absolutely, Suresh. It could even be more than that as far as that goes, because that was just a killer drop. That's the kind of trade we live for.
Just handing you money today.
Remember this one? You know, I mean, all you have to do literally is just wait for it to break support. See your support's right under here. You know, you were pretty much heading up at that time, right? Because we even took that trade. But when it starts breaking support here and starts kissing resistance, you know, you're starting to think, this could be changing. And of course, on our other background, let me show you the other background because I do go by it more. Let me put that back on. There we go. So you had your red background start right in through here. So it was really breaking even this swing right here. And you come up to mid-band, you start rolling over. There was plenty of opportunities to get in it. I mean, just lots of them. Even at oil inventory, look at that thing drop. See, we've been in Russell since 1379.50 on adding into contracts. So it was right in through here when it broke. Not too shabby. Pretty decent overall day.
I'm kind of surprised the oil's staying in that little range there. I thought it would have continued on down, but it just won't break 17, huh?
Yeah, it's trying to go up to 47, 48. I'm flat again on it. It hit my line. When it's sideways like that, I scalp them.
Yeah, it's a scalpable range.
But I will go again if it gets up to this 48 and rolls over.
Careful on NASI. That might be a little double bottom down there at 39.25. I'd like to see it go up and check the mid-band at 45.25 and roll. I would dip the toe in there on a short.
Coming right up to where I want crude, Charles. Now, you don't have to take the aggressive entry because it could go as high as Phantom even. You can always box it. There is resistance right there. Has not rolled over. Got a little more resistance up at 52 also. There's your rollover bar. If you take this, just be very, very careful. Your target would be just right down here at mid-band. And if we could break that, obviously, looking to the left, trade the right, it'd be 34. Come on, crude, just a couple more ticks. Did y'all get that one? There you go. Got you a contract. Now just ride your runner if you want to, or you can just wait for another trade setup either way. Target's 34. And if we can break 34, looking to the left to trade the right, well, we need to take out a trend line. Let me draw it real quick too. Need to take out that trend line, which they're trying. And next target will be, look to the left to trade the right, 24. And you did get a scalp on that trade. See how easy, everybody, if you just simply look at your charts, draw on your charts, you know where they're going to hit their head and they're going to retrace for you. And then you just simply get ready to scalp some sweet coin or get runners. That's a $200 trade just then, just for a matter of a minute. Now it should hit its head right where I got that line drawn at 34 and should roll over. course, everybody knows Russell stopped us out. We had the line drawn. Let's see where Russell will hit its head. This is a phantom trade, first time in after a trend change. Little consolidation box right there. Target will be 71.40. And then to head on down, it has to take out 70.20. You can clearly see that's your thrust, retrace thrust, because you are getting kind of a little very first parts of a trend change. I think it's just a deep retracement. It's a phantom so far. See the little rose color midband? So if you did happen to short that, bank some coin right there at 71.40.
Yeah, you're getting a similar setup on NASDAQ right at the midband here. Came up to 48.25 trying to roll, break support. Trend is down, so you're shorting resistance rolls. Hardly any retrace at all on YM. It's staying underneath that 796 swing. If you're still short, put your stops above there on Weimer.
Everybody get you a little piece of that one on Russell? I called it. 71.40.
Havad Trading Oil. 3 winners, no losers, 22 ticks. Good for you. That's how to do it. That's all you need.
And we will call trade calls like this every single day. You know, it's not any of that after the fact, you know, junk or anything like that. You'll see, you know, I called that trade on Russell. Bar closed down. You got you a nice little scalp. That's a 10-tick scalp. 2 contracts, that's $200 bill. The oil trade that we just called up there at the bar rollover, that's easily a $200 trade or a $400 trade. It depends on, you know, how you trade. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful on crude. Now let's draw another line for crude down there at 16. Russell, 70.20. Oil, 53.16. And we should get a predictor pretty soon, and it may even be smarter than I am, and it'll print. You'll see it when it prints. There's your target on Russell. Beautiful little trade. Now just ride your runner. It should break.
Now is he coming down off that roll? 42.25. Should at least come down and check that little shelf down there. Getting fresh lows on YM. Go ahead and drop the runner stops to 91. Close above, if you're still in it. Looks like oil's going to come out and check that 16-17 swing once again there, huh?
Yeah, it is. I think it's going to blow through it, actually. It's got that look to it. But if it bounces off 16, I'm clicking close.
Yeah. Okay, careful with Nazi. You bounced up, it's coming back up to that 48. I'm out of it. You got a little scalper on the roll, that was about it. Drop the YM stops to 89. I wouldn't give him a lot more back here at the bottom.
By the way, just to real quick show, since this is also recorded and everything, we called this trade right here on crude, okay, right here at that blue bar. I'm going to show you just real quick how you can trade Viper. Bear with me 1 second. My chart won't seem to move. Here we go. Everybody see that? Trade the trade. We walk the walk and talk the talk. You're coming right down to support, just like I said it would, and they're trying to bounce. You can always just leave your stop. That's fine, I guess. We'll leave it since I didn't go ahead and take it off. But your little lightning swing, now you could actually put it right here instead. See that swing? That's actually your true swing right there at 37. You know, and then, of course, you can just get this out of the way or even turn it off. And also Russell trade too. We called that one live because I know there's going to be a lot of people that'll watch a video that'll be on our website. And this is a teaching part of the trading room this morning. And here is, I'm going to go ahead and put my stop on Russell at break even while I'm talking, just in case they pop it up there. Here's Russell right here. We called it right there on that rollover. Okay, so you can clearly see that we actually call the trades and we also take the trades. The one thing about lots of rooms out there, you know, they may even have like 30, 40 tick stops and things like that. We don't do that. You'll notice that we're trading lightning. Just
See, oil
trading
broke
lightning.
that.
Now it needs to hit its head kind of where it's at on Russell. Otherwise, matter of fact, it just stopped out. Now, if you've got it higher, obviously, like at the swing, you could still stay in this because it could roll right here at this line. It technically should. It's at a predictor.
See, oil broke that swing by 3 ticks.
I know. I'm going to put my stop nice and tight just above that.
Yeah, 25. I was just about to say that.
Yeah, just simply because they're not really breaking it hard. And a lot of times when they barely break a low like that, that's been ranging, unless they break it here pretty soon, this is actually like a little barely broken channel, so to speak. But if they hold our lightning, we'll still be okay.
Williams wicking this 89. If it's going to roll, it's got to do it right here.
Next target on Russell, by the way, is down here at that low. Oh, look at crude, you little sweetheart.
Right off the map. You know, the ironic thing is that huge drawdown should be bullish. It should be running up, but it's not. It's tanking.
Well, we called that trade up at 53.45. Can't beat that one.
Excuse me. You going to roll the stops down to 03 or 11?
Let's see. I'm going to hope that this little swing they're trying to build is actually a new lightning swing, but they could do a little ABC first and go up as high as that predictor. So I'm going to let them have a little wiggle room on this last contract.
Yeah. Yeah, let it pull back a little bit and then roll.
Yeah. Suresh says, we don't need any proof. You guys are awesome in the trading room and give us these trade reminders. Yeah, I don't think other trading rooms do it quite that to the tick. You know, I mean, we literally got in that trade on TF, perfect spot, and oil on a perfect spot. You can't lose money if you can hit trades perfectly. And you have to know where the next trade is too. Where's the next trade on crude if you're looking at this chart? I can tell you two of them. You're looking for a mid-band type trade, this predictor type trade, right? But you're also looking at where they broke down so quickly, 15. So when they get up there, that's going to be a little yellow bar probe, and it's going to roll over. Your stop, though, since they gave us a little lightning, can be right above that swing right there. How many of you, just curious, a show of hands if you don't mind, we won't ever single anybody out. Everybody make decent profit on our trade calls today? Because you'll notice that we had some very, very good trade calls. You can get some very nicely green. Good deal. I see lots of yeses come in. Good deal. Was behind a little bit, but pulled me back positive. That's good. Good. Except CL on one. That's okay. Dollars, lots of dollars. Okay, good. Lots of them. Down on inventory, down until inventory, now up a little bit. Okay. And yes, still trading demo, but unbelievable. Another one trading a demo correctly and very green in it. Good. All right. I won't read a bunch of the rest of them, but the clear idea is to be in a trading room that can get you profitable. You can have the best indicators in the world, but if you don't know how to use them, you're just not going to make it.
That is the key.
And we are that trading room.
Be careful on NASI. It's consolidating in a little bit of upper range above the mid-band there. I'm not in it. I'm just watching it. We got the short trades very nicely. Don't get all chopped up. If you're still in YM, just keep it above that 89.90. It's staying underneath. It looks like it wants to roll there. Don't let it go all the way to 97.
No, and Russell, we called 68.50. You might want to fade it a little bit. Predictor's saying a little lower at 68.30 on Russell. Crude just about, see how it's right at predictor? Your swing is right there at 01. You technically got your lightning swing here on your micro at right about where it's trying to roll over, but that's your secondary swing, 01. Let's see how far these people could drop if something happens and this is actually, let's see, leg one, leg two. Let's see how far back it goes. It goes back a little ways. So let's just go from here to here. And if this is through with its retrace, and it sure looks like it is, not saying it'll get there right away, but that's what you're kind of shooting for right there. But trade just like we always teach anyway. Have your stops in and ready to take some coin. You go ahead and get back in queue. Are you through, Charles?
I'm done.
It was a good one, wasn't it?
That was a good one.
Does anybody have any questions they'd like answered? Real quick, we're running, I'm going to run about another 11 minutes. We recorded this part of it, and I'll get it up on the website.
By the way, if you're still in YM, if you have multiples on it, looks like it wants to double bottom down there at that 73. If it takes that out, we're going to crank the stops down super tight. See oil's coming up there, trying to roll off that.
Yeah, I'm watching
98.
that 01 area right there really close.
Mm-hmm.
I really want that to hold.
Should
Because if
roll.
it breaks micro, it's going to go up and check medium, and that'll be up there around that 15.
Yeah. Yeah, the mid-man's at 03. That should hold. It's wicking, sort of trying to wick it right now.
George, on your question, just give me a shout. Let me show you the website so you can give me a shout on that. Just a second. We'll close the room here in just a little bit, and anyone can give me a call if they want. Here's the contact page on vipertradingsystems.com. Just click on the little contact link, and you can email me, you can call me, you can Skype, and we can even do a team viewer if you need help. Okay? The email, you just simply put your name, email address, subject, and a message, send it. And of course, calling me, that's real easy. Just pick up the phone, and I'm on Skype. Not 24/7, but I'm on there quite a bit. And then, of course, if you need help with TeamViewer support, we can do that too. But I think, the one thing about it here, we've been doing this for 9 years. So after watching charts for 30,000 hours or so, you'd kind of figure that somebody would kind of figure out what's going on trading and everything. And we've done just that. We know how to see charts. We know how to teach how to see those charts to get in at the proper spots. And we can get you nicely green on a daily basis. All a person has to do is do a little bit of studying, learn how lightning works, because lightning is key to your success, believe me. And that's not, one of those deals where you can just think, well, maybe it is, maybe it's not. Throw away all those other indicators. If you're trying to wait for MACD crossovers and RSIs and stochastics, fast, slow, medium, in between, so-and-so, stop it. Big bars that, confirm a trade, then you have to put a 30-tick stop. Stop all that. Because with this software right here and our trend identifiers, you'll be able to see where to get in the trade. We use NinjaTrader as the broker. Actually, I use two of them, John, AMP and NinjaTrader. I've got both of those.
Yeah, I have accounts at both too, but I primarily commission rates are really good at Ninja, so I mainly trade through Ninja.
Yeah, they're really good. And at one time, NinjaTrader actually had AMP and all kinds of different ones. And nowadays, they don't really set up new people with anybody but themselves anyway, because they bought out Mirror a few years ago. At one time, practically 2/3 of us were all on Zenfire, Mirror's Futures.
Yeah, that's a couple 3 years ago now.
Yeah.
Had that data blow up at Christmas one year, remember?
Yeah, we couldn't even trade. Luckily, some of us had those separate accounts, and a lot of people moved theirs over, and then they could trade.
Mm-hmm.
Because they just all of a sudden just up and gone. Yeah, you remember that, Jonathan? That was a strange time. And not only that, if you had your charts set to, have your data feed come on automatically, it would lock up your charts because it would never fire the connection.
Yeah, it was down like it wasn't like a couple of days, it was 2 or 3 weeks, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they never recovered. NinjaTrader bought them.
Yep.
Dennis, on your question, you can trade AMP and NinjaTrader at the same time. You can also, though, just simply call your broker. Let's say that a person has, just for the heck of things, let's just say you have a $25,000 account. Call your broker and say, I want to set up like sub-accounts. You can do that.
Well, if you're going to trade two separate brokers, you need the multi-broker license
Right,
on Ninja.
right.
Yeah.
And we do have that. Let's see. I don't see anybody asking any questions, so I think everybody can clearly see this is the real deal. We call them right here on the charts as we see them. If you traded oil inventory with us just a little while ago, a person could easily be up well over 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, whatever you wanted. Let's see. Does anyone know if at Ninja you can have two or more holding companies like Dorman and another one? What? If one was to go broke or something like that, that's one thing that obviously we've all got to be careful of too is, you don't need any more in a trading account than you need in a trading account. Like for instance, if you trade 3 to 5 contracts, you don't need a $500,000 account with a broker. You just need enough to trade. All right. Well, everyone, have a great rest of the day. Charles has the webinar tonight. I think he's going to be trading in the Asian session again.
Yeah, it starts at 5 o'clock Pacific. We'll send out reminders shortly here. Should be a good one. We normally pull up 6J, 6S, gold, crude oil, whatever seems to be moving, and then we take trades as a team. It should be pretty cool.
All right. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed it. We ran it for just under 3 hours today. This was recorded on the last 40 minutes or so, and I'll be sure and get that up on the site. I've also got the recording from yesterday, even though I accidentally forgot to record it. We do have that, and I'll get that up there too. All right. And we won't do it tomorrow. Tomorrow's, well, we might. Non-farm payroll tomorrow. Okay, we'll just kind of play it by ear. We may all be so green that we don't even care about it. But remember, non-farm payroll, roller coaster, be very careful. It's not like one of those deals where you just, take those retracement trades. Look at that Russell.
Can you adjust the YM chart, please?
Think we might get down there at that bottom, Charles?
Well, YM's still dropping. Put your stops now at 65, close above. Tighter be 57. You're still in it.
Now I got
you rolled
stopped
again off the med band.
Crude. Crude's finished.
Look at Russell drop. Holy cow.
Yeah, we'll stick around a few minutes. That Russell is awesome.
YM's still dropping. Take your targets out of the way.
Now, let me show you something that I personally like to watch. If you get a move like this, notice that lightning will not draw on this kind of a move. It has to have this kind of a move back and a rollover. Let me show you what I'm talking about. I'll just draw it. See there? That's just straight down. Now, obviously, you wouldn't want to put your stop all the way up here. That's not what we teach. Matter of fact, usually what you want to do is you want this thing to roll over pretty soon above this line too. It's already had 3 candles and it's working on its 4th candle straight back up. So you could already be out of the trade as far as that goes, or you could wait for it to roll over. It should roll over as it gets up to that predictor. And I wouldn't give them a whole lot more wiggle room than above mid-band if you're on like just one contract left. And once you get lightning and it identifies it, then you can put your stop at that swing, but not until it identifies it, and it doesn't identify it until it takes out that low. Yeah, you have like a stick then. And keep in mind, lightning is what? When you see lightning in the sky, is it just like a straight line? No, it's all zigzagged, right? And that's why we named it lightning.
Hey, Suresh, I do trade the Russell, by the way. I got that data feed a few weeks back. I've been trading it actively ever since. I don't call it out in the room because I don't want to step on Gary's toes. I think it's confusing. Get a bunch of people make calls on different instruments, so I just let him make those calls. But I'm trading it actively. It's the mover.
It's a good one.
It's a mover. If you're on the fence, you got to pay for that data feed and trade it. it pays for itself. Right, Gary, I'm going to take off here. Are we ready to wrap?
I think so, yeah. Anybody knows, I think, that's been with us a while, we're starting to get a little lightning to begin with. So, obviously, when they get this huge move down, if they break what we call micro swings, they will go up and check those medium ones. And if you look up here, that's going to be all the way up here. So you don't want to give them that much back, okay? And you can just wait for the meter to go green and take your trade off and then wait for a pullback. All right. Thanks everyone for coming and hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you in the morning.
Stay green. Try not to overtrade. We'll see you tonight.
Thanks everyone. Have a good one.
Adios. Bye now.